He was once on suicide watch in a military brig. Now, Private Bradley Manning has avoided a verdict of aiding the enemy, but it's possible he could still spend the rest of his life in prison. Before all this broke, before he was accused of the largest intelligence leak in U.S. history, Manning, according to friends and acquaintances, struggled to fit in wherever he went. Born in Oklahoma, his parents divorced in 2001, and Manning moved with his mother to her native Wales. He's described by friends there as a headstrong, quirky computer genius.
He was the small, kind of dweeby, pasty-looking American with a very deep, Oklahoma accent.
Without a doubt, very principled. You know, if he didn't agree with something, he would, without a doubt, make his opinion heard.
Manning dropped out of that school and moved back to the States in 2005. He told others he drifted before being taken in by an aunt who's a lawyer near Washington, D.C. The aunt, who sources say helped Manning find his lawyer, wouldn't speak to me just before the verdict was read, wouldn't talk to me when I went to her home in 2010, or when I tried to flag her as she drove away.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Hello?
Manning, according to friends, was gay and felt he was ridiculed in the military for it. In an instant message shortly before he was taken into custody, Manning wrote, "I've been isolated so long. I just wanted to be nice and live a normal life, but events kept forcing me to figure out ways to survive. Smart enough to know what's going on, but helpless to do anything. No one took any notice of me." Now he's a world-renowned whistleblower, or traitor, depending on your point of view, responsible for leaking video of an airstrike that mistakenly killed journalists in Iraq in 2007. Leaking hundreds of thousands of sensitive documents on the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and hundreds of thousands of diplomatic cables that embarrassed the U.S. government.
Because Manning and WikiLeaks have become so famous, there's no doubt that, yes, perceptions have been changed. There's no doubt that a lot more people have heard of various specific things than had before. On the other hand, and this is part of why I would reject Manning's excuses for what he's done, a lot of this kind of information was in the public debate.
For example, Michael O'Hanlon says the disclosure of when employees of the security firm known as Blackwater at the time killed some innocent Iraqis in a Baghdad square. O'Hanlon's point is that before Manning, Americans already knew their leaders made critical mistakes in these wars and knew that steps had to be taken to correct them.